Hello everyone, welcome to another video. My name is didnt, and today we talk again about 40k kits you can use in the Horus Heresy. Um, but this time I also include kits that will need conversions, but these are not the vehicle kits. The vehicle kits are pretty simple. You just plug and play. Even though with the first one we are seeing the mark, I think it's the Phobos Land Raider in the Horus Heresy. I've seen some people complain about it, but not a lot. It's just a Land Raider, to be honest. You can use it as a Land Raider. I don't see that many Land Raiders in the Horus Heresy, but I have one. I have a Proteus one because I just thought it looks amazing. But you can really just use this model in the Horus Heresy, and it's no problem at all. So yeah, why am I here on this? Well, yeah, basically this is just a nice Land Raider. If you wanna have a Land Raider and don't wanna spend €90 on it, I can say to you, get this Land Raider. It's 65, I think. If you buy it in the UK at Wayland Games, even cheaper. I think it's 50. So that's a good cheap way of getting a Land Raider. Also, I think Land Raiders are underused in the Heresy. That's why you should get not you should get, but if you want to have a Land Raider and you don't want to have the Mark II-B for whatever reason, you can get this one. Then I picked these out. There's also melter guns like this. Yeah, these are basically plasma guns. You can use them as plasma guns. If you want to have a plasma squad, you can use this. I think they are, if you add it up, they are as expensive when you buy 10 as the Fort World plasma gun thing. But I've seen some people that do Shattered Legions armies and Black Shields with like the 40k stuff, because the 40k stuff, the weapons and armor they use in 40k, they apparently they are less technologically sophisticated, if that makes sense. So yeah, these plasma guns are usable in the Heresy. The drop pod. There's drop pods as dedicated transports in the Horus Heresy, so this should come to no surprise that you can use these ones as the drop pods they mention. I don't think they will ever release resin drop pods because they have these ones, and yeah, they look cool. I mean, they are drop pods. They are the way Space Marines are deployed in 40k, or at least before the Primaris Marines came around, because they don't have drop pods yet. But yeah, these are the drop pods they are talking about in the Horus Heresy when you play the Drop Assault Rite of War. Yeah, this one is the Landspeeder, and now you're thinking, what? The Landspeeder? Yeah, you could use this Landspeeder in the Heresy. You just have to exchange the arms can stay because you need them to actually get on the gun, but exchange the body, the heads, and the shoulder plates of the drivers. Exchange the weapons. I think the Heresy Landspeeder can have a flamer, so you can have a flamer as this weapon and the heavy bolter as the weapon above. I've also seen people like remove this thing, and place a graviton gun there. So yeah, definitely can be usable as a Legion Landspeeder. You just need to do some conversions with it. But I've seen very nice conversions of this kit. Then the Rhino. This is the Rhino. It's not a Demos Rhino. It's a mass pattern Rhino. It's just replaced the Storm Bolter with the Combi Bolter, and then you're good to go using this kit in the Horus Heresy. This is actually in multiple black books. The Iron Warriors Rhinos there's a couple of Iron Warriors Rhinos in Black Books that use the mass pattern one with the extra armor. I don't know if the extra armor is still out there in Forge World, but if they use the Rhino with the extra armor, you can count one and one together that they used the Rhino without the extra armor. So yeah, that's good to go. And now we have the tactical squad. Now this is where I start talking about conversions. To use this tactical squad in the Horus Heresy, you would need to do heavy conversions on them. So why not buy the tactical squads, the Mark 3 or the Mark 4s? I don't know. I really do give you the tip to just buy the Mark 3 and Mark 4 if you don't have the best skills in converting. The Godwin pattern, basically the bolters, is fine. It was around in the Heresy. It's seen in multiple black books, but yeah. Basically, you need to convert them. Because the Mark 7 parts, you can put some studs in and some cabling, add some cabling somewhere. Maybe definitely shave off the Aquillas and don't use this, the Gorget thing. And then you are like, I wouldn't say good to go. You would need to do heavy conversions. You couldn't use any of the shoulder plates. You would have to file off the raised edges to make it look like Mark 6. You would need to add studs on the helmets and on the legs, and cables on the helmets and on the legs, as only on the Mark 7 though. On the Mark 6, the Mark 6 can stay as they like, as they are. Sorry. Yeah, you would need to do conversions on them to use them in the Heresy. Or if you are doing a Siege of Terra, Imperial Fist Force, and mix in some Mark 7, I think that should be fine as well. But most Heresy communities don't take well to Mark 7. If you have one or two Mark 7 suits in your army, or 3 or 4 or whatever, I think nobody cares. If you want to use these as a template to make Mark 5 Marines, I encourage you to do that. Because I bought Forge World Mark 5 and they're nice, but if you don't want to spend the exact amount on the exact amount on of money on 5 dudes without weapons, then you can buy these. You could add some cables, because there are like Green Stuff World cable rollers where you can make like small Green Stuff cables, and there's like studs. There's like a stencil for studs that you can make out of green stuff. So if you're not using these for Imperial Fists, then I would say you can use them. You can use them when you add like cables and studs and whatever, and yeah, I think that's like what you, in my opinion, what you need to do to use the tactical squad. Then this one is the same kinda and also not. This dude in front is like basically Mark 7, and that is Mark Artificer armor. But for the other dudes in the command squad, just mix them with a Mark 4 kit. So you buy a Mark 4 kit, you buy this, you basically just use the arms you basically add the arms to the Mark 4 kit or the Mark 3 kit, whatever, and you have a perfect command squad. Otherwise, you couldn't really use the other dudes, except you do what I said you do with the tactical squad. But yeah, that's it. That's what I meant. Yeah. So if you buy this, the dude in front, perfectly usable. These dudes, better exchange the arm, better give the arms to Mark 3 or Mark 4 or Mark whatever bodies, and then you're good to go. You can have apothecaries and like heralds or whatever. Then there's the Predator. As I said before, Predator easy to use in the Heresy, but not with the dual last cannon. You can only use it with the autocannon on top, and the sponsons can be whatever. Perfect to play in the Horus Heresy, and yeah, that's basically it. And the Vindicator is basically the same. You can use it in the Horus Heresy. I've used a couple of these in my Heresy armies. Nobody better than I. That's been it for part 3, because I just finished up the Space Marine kits now. And the next kit in the next videos, I'm talking about the Chaos Space Marine kits. That's why I make this one short. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.